Good afternoon, all of you. Today I will start the remaining part of chapter number 4, Disease Manifestation and Pathophysiology. About the disease and manifestation, we have discussed in previous lecture, and also sign and symptoms, pathophysiology, and treatment of tuberculosis and hepatitis and rheumatoid arthritis. We have already discussed in previous lecture. Now, see the diabetes. What is the real cause of diabetes? The low level of insulin in body. Okay, but 10% people caused the diabetes because low level of insulin, but 90% remaining people in that people no reason of low level insulin, but insulin level not less, but why caused the diabetes? Now see, diabetes means what? Diabetes mellitus is a chronic endocrine disorders of carbohydrate, protein, fat metabolism characterized by defecting insulin secretion glucagon. It's caused by increasing the level range between the 80 to 120 mg% in a blood, then cooled in hyperglycemia. And also patient with type 1 and patient with type 2. Type 1 diabetes mellitus is also known as the insulin dependent or having a juvenile onset diabetes, and second is also known as the non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. Now see the animation of type 1 and first we have seen the causes of diabetes: hereditary, then obesity, infections and drugs. First, hereditary, it can transfer to the children and grandchildren. Then obesity, it is one of the most important factor in individual with family history of diabetes mellitus. Then infection, some virus like influenza, mumps and Coxsackie destroys beta cells of late of Langerhans. Then drugs, some drugs may disturb the uptake of insulin. Example, phenytoin, catecholamines, lithium and preparations. Now, pathophysiology of diabetes mellitus. Type 1 diabetes mellitus and type 2 diabetes mellitus. Type 1 diabetes mellitus is the result from a genetically susceptible immune-mediated selective distribution of less than 90% beta cells of islet of Langerhans. Infiltration of T lymphocytes is accompanied by macrophages and lymphocytes with a loss of beta cells without involvement of glucagon secretion A cells. Then type 2 diabetes mellitus, it is characterized by the hyperglycemia and insulin resistance. Most patients are treated with a diet, exercise and oral drugs. The beta cells mass is normal, but the pancreatic islet amyloid is due to deposition of amylin in pancreas. Now see the animation of type 1 and type 2 diabetes mellitus. Two types of the diabetes, type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. And pregnant woman may occur the transient form of the disease called as the gestational diabetes. Okay. During food digestion, carbohydrates or carb break down into the glucose, which is carried by the bloodstream to various organs of the body. Then insulin is hormone produced by the beta. Then cell of the pancreas, and it is necessary for the glucose intake by target cell. Then in healthy people, beta cells of the pancreas produce the insulin, bind to the its receptor, it target cell and induce the glucose intake. Okay. In type 1, beta cells of pancreas are destroyed by the here type 1 diabetes. Beta cells of the pancreas are destroyed by the immune system by mistake. The reasons why this happen in unclear, but genetic factors are believed to play a major role. Insulin produced is the reduced. Less insulin binds to the receptor on target cell. Less glucose is taken into the cell. More glucose stays in the blood. Type 1 is characterized by the early onset. Symptoms commonly start suddenly and refer the age of 20. Then type 1 diabetes is normally managed with insulin injection. Therefore, type 1 are the transfer insulin dependent. Then in type 2 diabetes, see in this animation, then type 2 diabetes, the pancreas produces enough insulin, but something does wrong either with receptor binding or insulin signaling inside the target cell. The cells are not responsive to insulin and therefore cannot import glucose. Glucose stay in the blood in the other word. Then type 2 diabetes are the insulin resistant. Then here again genetic factor predispose susceptibility to the disease, but it is believed that lifestyle play a very important role in type 2. Very important role in type 2. Then typically obesity, inactive lifestyle and unhealthy diet are associated with a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. Type 2 is characterized by the adult onset. Then symptoms usually appear gradually and start after the age of 30. Then type 2 diabetes account for about 80 to 90% all of the diabetics. Then management focuses on weight loss and including all carb diet. Okay, now next is sign and symptoms. Sign and symptoms of diabetes. First is polydiphagia. In polydiphagia, increases in thirst. Then loss of body weight with muscular fatigue. Then polyphagia, excessive eating and polyuria. Then ketoacidosis, nocturia. Then blurred vision. And next is numbness of feet. Then retinopathy, lesion of eye. Then slow healing of wound. Then renal failure may occur. These are the signs and symptoms of diabetes. Then next is treatment. In treatment of diabetes the treatment of diabetes mellitus initiates by the result preparation of with monodrugs therapy. Then insulin unit by SC depending on the gravity diabetes mellitus. Then drugs are chlorpropamide. This chlorpropamide is 250 mg once, and glibenclamide is 2.5 to 5 mg daily. Then use of the oral hypoglycemic agents. Generally these are prescribed in the combination. Then glibenclamide with metformin. Glibenclamide with metformin. Glibenclamide drug is 2.5 to 5 mg and metformin is 250 to 500. Then gliclazide with metformin. Gliclazide drug is 80 mg and metformin drug is 500 mg. Then diet control. Diet control sweet potato, rice means carbohydrates, excess protein and the fat. Diet consumption is restricted. Now here over the diabetes. On the diabetes, ask the question in exam like write a detail about the pathophysiology, symptoms and treatment of the diabetes. After watching this video, you students are able to answer this question. Okay, thank you.